Are you aware of the Alaskan boneyard? Did you watch that?
I heard pieces of it because a couple people texted me about it, but I need to listen to the whole show. I mean, John sounds like a fascinating guy.
He's the best.
Yeah.
But his place that he has in Alaska, like they've been on, and it's not a big area where he's finding this stuff.
Yeah.
He's got 2 areas, and one of them that he's been getting bones, what he calls boning, this one area for decades, is only 6 acres.
That's all it is?
Dude, it's nuts. The concentration, so that's what it looks like. It's like the side of a cliff, and they blast it with water until they see things, and then they pull out these bones. But they've found animals that were not supposed to be there.
I remember he said that. Yeah. He said, like, I believe, so scimitar cats were the cat that was native to that continent, to Alaska, right? Not saber-tooth. Saber-tooth's big teeth, scimitar is like a smaller tooth version. And then he's found saber-tooth skulls on his property.
Yes.
So all of history, all of humans are like, oh no, there's only scimitar cats in Alaska. They were never saber-tooths, and he's found actual saber-tooths.
Yes. And he's only looked in 6 acres.
Can you imagine?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't know what was going on in that area. Like, why are there so many dead animals?
Yeah.
And why did they all get, like, frozen into the permafrost?
Into one spot.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
tar pit or who knows.
So I've connected him with Randall Carlson. Look at that.
Yeah.
Isn't that incredible?
That's got to be a saber-tooth,
cave
right?
lion.
Cave
That's
lion.
a cave lion.
Cool.
I don't know if they thought that was there too. So I've connected him with Randall Carlson, or I'm in the process of doing that. And Randall is a proponent of the Younger Dryas impact theory. And the Younger Dryas impact theory is somewhere in the neighborhood of 12,000 years ago, there was some impacts from comets.
Oh,
and
interesting.
it probably wiped out most of the animals that we're thinking about, like North American megafauna, like 65% of them were wiped out somewhere around that time period. He thinks they're wiped out from comet impact.
Interesting.
And he thinks that's why you're finding these massive storages of these dead animals in this one specific area.
So why would that funnel animals into one area?
Because they were already there, but they died all at once.
I see. So it's like
it's not like over the years.
Right.
It's like an instantaneous mass die-off.
A grave site.
And he's got photographic evidence of these mass die-offs as well, too, because one of the things that they found in terms of with woolly mammoths, they found enormous like fields of them, where they've not just found like one dead one, but hundreds of them. And they find them with broken legs.
Right.
And he thinks that's indicative of the impact of whatever happened. I mean, it's almost like a bomb going off. They just get smacked back. But that these things most likely died in mass, and that this area where John Reeves has in Alaska is a particularly fertile area, a particularly rich area for finding these skeletons.
And it makes sense, right? Like, why else would you have 300 dead animals with fractured bones in one spot?
Exactly.
You know, or whatever the numbers are. But
and I mean, he has so much.
Yeah.
He has thousands and thousands of bones and many, 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 many full tusks of woolly mammoths.
Which are worth millions of dollars, right?
He's got millions of dollars worth of tusks.
Yeah.
He's got them all over the place. He gets stacks of them. They find them all the time.
Jaws.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's the Boneyard,
That must be
Alaska.
a mammoth jaw, right? Because it's got the flat grinding teeth.
Yeah. Look at those teeth, man. Isn't that incredible? Yeah. So it's the Boneyard, Alaska on Instagram, and he's got it very detailed. And
he's invited me up there, actually. He sent me a message after, I think, our first show. Somehow we got on the same topic. And he sent me a message.
We talked about him, and he said he got 15,000 new Instagram followers from our conversation.
Good for him. That's great.
And then he's like, all right, I'm only going to talk to Joe and tell my whole story. And so we had him on. He's wealthy. Like, he doesn't have to talk to people about stuff.
He's choosing to.
Yeah, so he just does it because he wants to.
Yeah.
So he's like, he won't talk to journalists. He's getting all these phone calls from New York Times and these people. He's like, fuck off.
Well, I read a thing the day or two after you guys did your show that he started like a bone rush in the East River of New York. People going to look for bones that have been dumped in the East River.
And apparently they were.
Yeah.
According to the records, they dumped a shitload of them, and he gave out the very specific location. So now there's guys combing the bottom with radar and looking for these things.
Wow.
It's really interesting.
Do you know if anybody's found anything yet?
I don't believe anybody has.
Yeah. That'll be fascinating.
I mean, it's been there for, wasn't it the 1930s that they did this? 40s?
Yeah, there's a bunch of articles yesterday about it.
Oh, look at this. Treasure hunters search New York City's East River. Ha ha. Isn't that funny? This all came from my stupid little podcast.
All from your show. You created a rush.
News is reporting this like it's. Look at this.
Look, it even says spurred on by Joe Rogan podcast. Look at that.
The New York Post. They always show me some love.
Oh, nice. That's so funny. Yeah, no, that's incredible. I don't know. That whole extinct megafauna thing. The fact that North America, we used to have cheetahs and giant llamas and like
huge lions that are bigger than African lions.
Huge lions, like the amount of and the abundance too. It wasn't like today we have great animals in North America, but the abundance is so much lower than Southern Africa. But it used to be like something like 8 times higher.
Yeah.
Can you imagine like just walking? Imagine like this wasn't here in Austin. You decided to walk 3 blocks and you saw like 500 giant animals. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, that used to be here.
Yeah.